Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Microphone warning, or no, headphone warning. Good evening. Good seeing everybody. Look at all you beautiful people already just chilling in here. Before I even start, like this is a streamer's dream. Streamer's dream. Yeah, great seeing all y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. We got a birthday boy hanging around here, so we want to show love, but don't want to give out too much info. So happy birthday week, Kurt. Great to see you. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, the first person here this evening, of course, the first person that we have evidence was here first was ADXR920. So congratulations, ADXR920, who also is a channel member. You, sir, are due one crisp golf clap and a high five. Congratulations on being first and a channel member. Let's go ahead and say what's up to all the other channel members. Then we'll go ahead and get started. This evening, we're going to be discussing the responsibilities of being a dirty civilian and being ungovernable. It'll be a good one. So first off, let's say what's up to the birthday boy himself, Kurt 24. It is his birthday week, so congratulations, happy birthday! You are a highly valued member of this community. I couldn't do I mean, I literally could not do what I do if you were not here. You send links of guests that I have on. You put out like, my own links. You share, you're such a helpful person. You literally will send me notifications during a stream to show me that because a lot of you guys know that StreamYard, the software that I use to stream, and YouTube, they don't talk to each other, right? So a lot of times I don't see when members do like member, chats or like the milestone chats, or when people give away channel memberships. I don't see any of that. So Kurt takes it upon himself to send me messages during the stream, and I'm super grateful for it. And hey, it's just awesome, and I appreciate that. So Kurt, you're the man. Never change. Stay golden, pony boy. Let's get this started. So we got Kurt 24, who's a channel member, obviously ADXR 920. We already established this, but is indeed a channel member. BV Luminous, what's up, brother? Good to see you. No showers. I'm not sure what that means. I recommend that you shower frequently. That's important. But another channel member. So BV Luminous, great to see you here. It's been a little while. You've been a little spotty, and it hurts me deep down inside, but it's okay. We don't need to talk about that now. But it's great to see you here. I am grateful for your presence. Let's see who else we got. ADXR920, BB Luminous, Kurt 24. Hey, Johnny Barr, what's up, brother? Another channel member. We got Chamber Defense. What's up, Chamber Defense? Good to see you. Another channel member. He says, yo, 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 Dilders. What up, everyone? Great to see you, man. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Let's see who else we got. Chamber Defense, BB Luminous. Hey, my man, Toy Town Inc. What's up, brother? Another channel member. We got Rip Dango, another channel member. Great to see you, man. Toy Town Inc., BB Luminous. Gabber. What's up, Gabber? Gabber is always gabbing, but you gotta love it. Great to see you. Another channel member. Let's see. Kurt 24. Dang old Matt, my man. Dang old Matt, I'll tell you what. You're grounded for a week for drinking off in the pool shed. Great to see you, dang old Matt. Another Chinamemba. Let's see who else we got. We got Johnny Bob. Hey, Mike McClune, my man, Mike McClune. Pork, carnitas, taco, salad was dinner this evening. That sounds like three separate things. So was it pork, carnitas, taco salad, or was it pork? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. It was pork, carnitas, taco salad. That's what it was. I hope it was excellent. And we do that from time to time. We talk about what we eat for dinner. One, just to showcase that we actually have a stable life with an actual routine, but also to throw off that algorithm to talk about like food, spaghetti, lasagna, chili, a delicious recipe of toasted bread and underwear. Uh, let's see. Gabber, BV Luminous, Kurt 24, 717, Earthrider, R3 Rider 717 R3 Rider. I want to think of something cool to call you, but I don't know. I'll just call you Rider. I like Rider. So Ryder, another channel member, great to see you. They love to mess with the 2A community. Did anybody see that the FBI whistleblower said about the FBI looking at 2A as a symbol of a terroristic group or something of that matter? They've openly said straight up that, patriotic Americans, and funny enough, we've been saying for a couple years now that, look, if you are a military age male, and you are armed and you care about this country and voice an opinion, you're on the list, man. You are the documented enemy of the yeah, you guys know. I got to be cautious with the whole thing cuz I got banned a couple times. Okay, dang old man. Testing 1 2 3. Hey, but for real though, like look no further. You are the enemy 100%. Testing 1 2 3. Another channel member. Good evening, everyone. He says, "Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you." Hey, Jackson, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Actually, and not hanging out. He said he can't stay, but wanted to say hi. Appreciate you coming in and checking in, man. Appreciate it. Let's see, Johnny Ba, Ryder. Hey, Armitage, what's up, brother? Pocket Sand. Good to see you, man. Thank you for hanging out. And I hope you're doing well and recovering and all that good stuff. Let's see. Armitage, BB Luminous, Mike McClune. Too many choices. 9mm for the win. And the NFA is unconstitutional as applied to individuals. It's unconstitutional in any form. So the NFA, 1934, the GCA of 1968, everything. And I know you believe this, and I know you agree. I'm just saying, I'm clarifying for those that may not be aware that any restriction on the ability to carry any armament of any type is indeed encroaching on our natural liberties given to us by God, guaranteed by the Constitution. T for Tejas. What's up, brother? Good to see you. He says, "Howdy, folks." Another channel member. Good to see you, man. It's great to see you. Let's see. Armitage, T for Tejas, Rip Dango, Kurt 24. Let's see who else. My bad. I know I'm super far behind y'all, so bear with me. Y'all are probably all talking up in this mug. Let's see. Rip Dingo, S Armitage. Ting Ting. Oh my gosh. Ting Ting's a channel member. Hello, everyone. DLD is as late as that time I found out I was pregnant. Dang. For real? Was I that late? I'm sorry. I get talking with my, guest backstage, and here I go. Here I go. There I go. All right, let's see. Live Life, Alabama in the house. Good to see you. Another channel member. Let's see. Armitage, Kurt 24, the birthday Bowie, Johnny Ba. Hey, Andy Lipsco. What's up, bro? And I don't know if you guys know this, but Andy Lipsco actually started uploading some videos on his channel. One was just randomly recommended to me, and I was like, oh, snap. Andy Lipsco. What? There's no way that's the one. And I was checking him out. Hold on. My bad. I had to double check that wasn't something important. Let's see. Where the glowy beats. I'll bring him back. I like to switch it up. Taco Syndicate. What's up, fam? Another channel member. And of course, I don't know if I made this clear. Andy Lipsco is indeed a channel member. Channel member. Fire Rodder. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Hey, Jonah Weiss. What's up, brother? Talked to you a couple times today already. Already. Another channel member. Wired Tight. What's up, fam? Another channel member. Taco Syndicate, Fire Rider, Live Life, Too Many Choices, Agorizer, Kurt 24, Andy Lipsco, Tuck Firance, yo. What's up, brother? Tuck Firance. Good to see you, man. He said, hey, yo. Another channel member. Good to see you, man. Thank you for kicking it. Kurt 24. Hey, Goombeam. What's up, brother Goombeam? And Goombeam, today I had reached out to you just like to express some gratitude and to remind you how grateful I am for everything that you've done. I mean, you're an awesome guy. And okay, remember what I say. Actually, you know what? I'll wait. So when I bring my guest on, remind me to tell you guys about a hand that's open to give is open to receive. The world gives back to you when you give and when you share gratitude and kindness and ish like that. So I'm just saying. Let's see. Kurt 24. Integrity. What's up, man? Gabber, Wired Tight, Tuck Firearms. Let's see. West Eli, what's up, fam? Another channel member. I made it to the start and don't even have to watch at 2x until I catch up. Very, very good point. Very good point. Ting Ting Agorizer. Z, what's up, Z? Good to see you, man. Another channel member. Hey, Martin Kavinsky, another channel member. Z, Martin Kavinsky. Z, Martin Kavinsky. See what I'm saying? See? Not my name, me. Damn, that intro music hits pretty hard. I know, right? It's fire. Not my name, another channel member. Let's see. T for Tejas says, happy birthday, Kurt. Dirty Curdy. Turning 30. Armitage, live life. Everybody saying happy birthday to Kurt. Kurt's the man. Scoozy. All right, Tuck Fire, Agorizer, Gabber, Andy Lipsco, Dangle, Matt, Wired Tight, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. BB Luminous. Hey, Murphy's Law. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Carnitas is pork. So carnitas is hold on. What's steak? Can't carnitas just be used in general as meat, depending on what country you're in, right? Because I thought so. Carne is meat. Carnitas is little meat. How would that work? I don't know. Somebody put me on. Let me know. Murphy's Law, bro. Good to see you, man. Another channel member. Great to see you. Haven't seen in a little bit, so good to see you. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jail time. Peanut butter jail time. Bro, I was dying. Flying rich up in this mug. Great to see you, man. Another channel member. And let me make sure I'm not missing anybody here real quick. Then we'll get started. Slide Bite. What's up, Slide Bite? Another channel member. And too many choices. Dangle, Matt, Armitage, Martin Kaminsky, Ting Ting, 7th. Man, there's so many of y'all. Come out in PLA. Another channel member. Good to see you, man. Got my 40. You better be talking about a 40 millimeter. Don't bring no 40 cal up in here, bruh. Don't bring. I'm just kidding. If you guys want to rock 40, but make sure your whole squad rocks 40. All right, because somebody's going to be tossing you a mag full of 9mm when you need them 185 grainers. Let's see, BV Luminous. It's equally great to see you as well, BV Luminous, and T for Tejas. Boom Thumb McBang Hand. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Great to see you. Ting Ting, and let's see. Come on, PLA, Slide Bite, Murphy's Law, too many choices, can't repeat it. As I'm doing this, like I gotta honor everybody that's here, right? That's really important to me. Nate D, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I don't know if you saw my email back to you, Nate D. Let me know if you did. And of course, the honorable mentions. We got Jin Champ. It's Kurt's birthday, by the way. This week is his birthday, so the whole week is his birthday. So make sure you let him know that you care and stuff. We got Jin Champ. We got P38 Wilberto. Great to see you, man. Awesome to see you. Nope. Carnitas. Pork chunks. Okay. Is that what it actually because y'all know where my logic is at, right? With like meat in Spanish is carne, right? You see that R up in there. Carne, right? So carnitas would be little meat. So I don't know, what would the translation of like steak be? That's all I was saying. Is you're all right. Gabber's right. You're right. I'm just saying, can we all be right together? That's all I'm saying. Secret meat. Denver, Colorado, lurking. Okay, that's what's up, man. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. And it's good that you're lurking and you actually like acknowledge that you're lurking, because most people just chill. Like I'll have like 10 people talking in chat, but like 60 people in here. And I'm like, bro, come on, what are y'all doing? Either Fed's taking notes or people just lurking, which that's cool. If that's your thing, it's all good. Integrity Firearms, good to see you, man. Thank you for hanging out. We got the whole squad. We got Integrity. We got Jonah. You see who else I missed. Zanti Misfit. Great to see you, Zanti Misfit. The milkmaid, milking them maids, doing a job well done, milking maids. I listened through about half of the committee hearing. I accidentally fell asleep until there was a bit of yelling. It's 3.5 hours long, but was really good. Interesting. That's tis interesting. It's not always yelling, but when there is, it could be some good stuff. So let me see. Sound off if you are indeed a channel member and I missed you. Hey, Ron Bayer. There we go. There you go. Little Deck, good to see you, Ron Bayer. No, I was I was reading that my bad. I was reading Slide Bites comment. I wasn't saying Little Deck. You know what I'm saying. Ron Bayer, great to see you, man. Another channel member. The Armsman, what's up, fam? Good to see you. And oh, we got Chris from the Seven Foe. Oh, good to see you, man. Hell yeah. And Tim Hopper, great to see you. There is no logic to Spanish. You know, verb conjugation is pretty easy. O as a amos ice on, right? Pretty easy. The Beam of the Goons. All right. Hey, Sport Brand. There you are. What's up, brother? I knew I was missing somebody. We got Senor Bub. So we got Sport Brand, who, of course, is not only one of our favorite mods, but also a channel member. And we've got Senor Bub, who also is a channel member. So great to see all y'all. And Tim Hopper, Detective Young Kimbo. Great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming in, another channel member. And I think that's it. I think that is it. I just got my G20 SF, so I too can experience the shame of shooting 40. Yikes. But I mean, would you really want to shoot 40 out of a 10 millimeter? Or, I mean, like what? I guess you could run 40 through, well, whatever, to each their own. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring on our guest. Now, you may have seen my guest on other live shows in the 2A community. You may have seen him. He's actually really well known within the tech world. This individual has been, doing uh, technology podcast. He is a drone pilot, and he also found a way to take Costco tequila and dump it into a Patron bottle. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Flying Rich.
Oh, I decided I had it for a while. Because I'm finally financially above water again and I can afford shit.
Nice. It's good
So
to afford shit.
I cracked open the tequila.
Hang on, let me see. Okay, we got Kurt 24 sent a message. So come out in PLA, member for 17 months. Wow.
All right. So I've gotten those membership whatever message things, and I've been on my phone when I've done it. Wow.
7 months to go till I get my free
And I
keychain.
haven't gotten
Just
to
wait.
get my membership message.
Yeah, I mean, so I usually don't see it unless here, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I usually don't see it myself unless somebody sends it to me or if I'm watching on my phone. But yeah, if you're a channel member, then I think once a month you get like essentially
Yeah,
a
yeah.
free super chat.
So I've never actually been able to send those messages. So
Yeah,
can I hit on two things? You
sure.
know, um, first off, people. I actually asked Erica not to do this. So this is with Matt CRS Firearms. CRS is going to be 4 weeks in jail. So I believe it was the 13th was his first day. Um, the I asked Erica not to thank me on the video and I've been editing Erica's videos that she's been posting on Matt's channel. It
Hmm.
and first off, if you do something, you don't necessarily want it public. Like if you're doing some
Yeah,
sort of charitable work, that's just kind of between you and whoever you're helping out.
yeah.
I, the other part about it is I think I'm doing as little as possible. You know,
Well, I mean,
I
that's kind of
think,
like your MO though. I'm just kidding.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry, I shouldn't joke
yeah.
at a time like
No,
this.
but I mean,
You're
I
doing a
hope.
great job. You really are. And you're having more of an impact than you may know because you're not just editing videos. you are literally the one that is helping them facilitate, continuing to bring in revenue
Hmm.
for CRS's wife and family. So what you're doing is having more of an impact than just editing videos.
Oh yeah, yeah, and y- there it's kind of one of these things I wish I could do more. That's um I found a way to dramatically decrease my edit time using some AI tools.
Of course you
Uh,
did. Of course.
but Matt's a friend, Erica's a friend. They're great people. It's a horrific injustice what's going on,
Absolutely.
and uh, I just want to do as much as possible, as humanly possible, to help them
Yeah.
and to get the message out. So that's just
Well,
one thing. So
I
I,
think
I
you're doing
appreciate
a lot.
people. Yeah, I
Go ahead.
appreciate people saying, hey, thanks and all that bit. I just feel like I'm doing as little as possible. I just feel I think anybody that had the ability would be jumping in there and doing the same thing.
Yeah,
And
and I mean, you're
so
doing a good job, right? Like, I love the outtakes. I love the kind of, the, like, vibe you're giving the video, and, she's doing well too, and she's getting better with every single video. So, keep it up, man, but as you do it, make sure you, Rich, can you pling carry 6 Oh my god. Oh my god. At that
all
point,
right.
I don't think you would need a
I don't
jet.
want to. I don't want to hit
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
one yet. Can I hit
Yeah,
on
we
one
will,
more
we
thing that
will. Yeah, go
that
ahead.
guy Trevor whatever that jumped out of the plane? So I did like two videos on that back when it happened, calling BS. Now
I remember.
I I have this is going to sound kind of stupid. I have 1,000 hours flight time, which is pretty high. I did the first 10 years of my flying, so that was like an incredible amount of experience in a very short window, especially for somebody who's paying for every hour out of their own pocket.
Yeah,
Um,
which is more of a
I've
reason to just go ahead and get your plane back up in the air and back functional again, but go ahead.
so I have like 400 hours, mostly in Cessna 152s, some probably a couple hundred hours in Cessna 172s, but 600 hours in Canards, the two planes that I've owned. And I don't have experience. So my plane handles like a Red Bull Air Racer, if anybody's ever watched those types of things. And I'm not saying that to shoot my mouth off. It's very agile, which means in instrument conditions coming in for an approach, it's a real S show. It's a real hard thing to land in instrument conditions. The All of that being said, I have very little experience in low and slow airplanes like a Lascombe, which is what I've flown in one once as a passenger, and I'm not at that point in my life where I want to fly low and slow. I want to fly. I want to hit the key and go as fast as I freaking can. And the mo of my plane is I get to the end of the runway, I put the throttle forward, fly for n number of hours, and when I'm coming in for a landing, I'm going to back off on the throttle. And that's the kind of mission I would fly with my plane.
Mhm.
And the the Lascombe flies so slow and can land in such a short distance.
Mhm.
If that was me in the plane when the engine went out, you could literally read a magazine, eat a sandwich, take a nap, and then figure out where to land.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
looking at Google Earth where he was, there was a riverbed, there was a field, there was very ideal places to land.
For
And
sure.
that was so I don't want to dissect the whole thing. I did go over it on my video I did a while back. So my plane flies just under 200 miles an hour, and it drinks just about, let's say, under 8 gallons an hour at that speed. So I'm doing like 30 miles per gallon at almost 200 miles per hour in my airplane.
Dude, those are Prius numbers right there. That's pretty good, man. And you all know how I feel about a Prius. So hold on. So you had mentioned the video and whatnot. Was there something else that came up about this incident recently, or?
So yeah, what I wanted to hit on was the interesting thing about it is it really isn't illegal to crash your own plane intentionally. That really isn't the crime. The crime is the cover up. So he lied to federal agents. He destroyed the evidence. Now, basically, the only thing, the typical things that the FAA would do to you is they would um, take your pilot's license for some amount of time, or in
Mhm.
this guy's case, forever. Um, and pretty much that would have been it. Like if the guy said, "Yes, I crashed my plane intentionally. The parts are over there on a pile. Have at it. Enjoy." He probably wouldn't be in any trouble other than potentially losing his license forever.
But then at that time, how would that insurance situation gone over if there was a
Well,
police
I
report?
don't. I mean, if he insured the plane, that's a crime also. But he'd be stupid if he insured the plane.
Well, I think so. I thought that's what his like thing was. I thought that he was, just trying to get a new plane, or I don't know
That
what.
was a stupid cheap airplane. So
Yeah,
now
like
the other
50
part.
grand
Oh no, 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 he didn't pay that. No, no,
less.
he probably paid less than 10 grand for that plane.
So you're saying that my car may be more expensive
Oh hell
than
yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, hang on. Before you continue, Gabber Pia, thank you for the super chat, brother. Will you ever have Dugan back on? Hope he's feeling better. His videos were the best. I had no idea you knew him. Props to Rich Crumpy for helping Matt. Yeah, man, that's awesome that um, everyone kind of came together to help Matt. As far as it goes with Dugan, I don't have any contact with him at all. Every now and then, a question here and there pops up. The last time I had him on the show was the last time I talked to him. So if he surfaces anywhere, or Dugan, if you're out there, you always have an open invitation on the show, and my number has not changed. So holla at your boy. Miss you, love you. Hope you and the family are doing well, and yeah, God bless you and the family. Talk to you soon, hopefully. But yeah, and actually, before we continue, there were another couple things I wanted to hit on. Another couple comments.
Nobody's mentioned the 50 cal on the wall.
Actually, somebody said mount the 50 on the plane, uh, which we've
That's a
already
plan.
had. We've had those conversations. Snoring Rich says, "Warn Dark about your kid in the back seat of the Prius plane. Knock him out." Jesus. Uh, it
Oh
was
hey,
intentional. He did a
Walter's there.
Hey, Walter. Good to see you. It was intentional. He did it partially to spread his best friend's ashes while skydiving. His friend died wingsuiting, and he also did it for views. For views. Good God. Another question. When are you getting into rotor wing?
Me no, not doing it.
Me, no. Not doing it. Sorry. Inside joke. Inside joke. Let's see. I got an engine and a chassis. Okay, hold on. What are we talking about here? Nice raffle. Well, Safety Harbor Firearms, if you're so curious about Rich's rifle is a very unique design. It is the SHTF 50. It is a 50 BMG upper that fits on an AR lower. Now, what's unique about this is that it's actually from Safety Harbor Firearms. And I mean, I would love to get my hands on one just so I can kind of go out there and stretch the legs of my indoor 100-foot shooting
So
range.
as stupid rules go, The upper is serialized, and so is the lower.
Facts, which is kind of crazy because I know that there may be other. Oh man, I probably shouldn't even say anything, right?
Hmm. Probably,
Yeah.
probably be smart.
It
Take
would
the
be
smart pill.
wise for the GATF to exercise consistency when regulating things like an upper.
Yes. Hmm.
Like if multiple companies were selling uppers, like, bro, come on. Why are you gonna do that to my man Walter with Safety Harbor Firearms and not do it to
Yeah.
other companies? Like that shit ain't right. That's all I'm saying. Either do
So,
it always or not at all. My preference would be not at all, of course.
so STOL planes, short takeoff and landing planes, are cool for a bunch of different things. Just not something I'm into. Uh, I mean, it's if you're gonna fly bush type stuff in Alaska, yeah, that's crazy. That's exactly what you need. If you wanna just fly somewhere, land in a field, and go camping, yeah, that's crazy. That's exactly what you need.
That would actually
Uh,
be dope. I would love to do something like that. Whoa, hold on.
mhm.
C&T Designs and Arms, Coop. Coop's stream was taken down for violating community guidelines earlier, only 35 minutes in. Well,
What'd he
my
do?
question would be this: how many times did he show a firearm? Because Coop is famous for kind of pushing the boundaries on things like that. So, Coop, if you're
I
out
have
there,
a not
man, I'm real
firearm right
happy.
here. Hold on, let's see.
See, you
Alcohol.
can showcase firearms, right? Like I got like 10 Glocks up there. Well, maybe not 10. Yeah, I got 8 Glocks up there and an AR upper and lower. And just like Rich's 50 in the back, you can have something just sitting out. It's when you handle firearms that uh, they say that, violates their TOS and their community guidelines. So why ask for approval if no need to be serialized? He didn't ask for approval. Let's just say that. Let's just say sometimes they will roll up on you. DLD After Dark, I was listening on my phone while welding. I did not see if he showed a gun. The Arc is my next build. Rich carrier certified fly F-35C. You can't touch them enough. I know, right? It had to be airsoft. He would never. I know, right? Just say it's airsoft. So in their terms of service, they actually say anything resembling a firearm. So if it is what was the word that they use? A replica, airsoft, anything like that is a no-no
Hmm.
still. Yeah, yeah, we didn't ask. I promise you, Safety Harbor Firearms was not like, "Hi, ATF, I have a question. So I have this upper, right?" No, didn't go down like that. Trust me. Benjamin, just use tongs and keep the hands below the screen. That's actually an excellent idea. Well, see, I wonder, like, if you just like hold a
Here's
shadow box, like, oh, is he in here? Okay, Coop, we were just
is
talking to
Coop here?
you. Yeah, Coop just got here. So, Coop, we had just heard that you had a live stream that was taken down at about 35 minutes in. And then we'll get into the topic. Sorry, I know we're getting a little sidetracked here, but it's okay. Um,
We're going to talk about trains. We talked about planes.
Now we just need to hit automobiles and
Mhm.
30,000 tons of ammonium nitrate.
All right. So what I want to know is, does Walter know the train story we're going to talk about?
Well, um, the first thing I thought of was the name Walt as well. But
Yes.
it was because when you think of a train robbery, you think of Los
Tentacles from a
Pollos
train.
Hermanos.
I got to
So,
get one of those shirts.
dude,
I
I
love
got
that.
my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter has a matching one now. It's so cool. It's so cool. Hey,
Oh,
Shauna. Good to see you, Shauna.
is
DLD
that?
After Dark. Yep,
Oh,
script
hey,
here to
Shannon,
smash
how's it
my
going?
stream. So, okay, so why did they take your stream down? Were you showing off some pews or like what was the deal? What got you taken down? BS, too much oversight. Oh, 100%. Yeah, the whole thing about the upper needing to be serialized is ridiculous. It's even by the GATF's own standards, what they describe is a firearm receiver in the 1986 GCA, the Gun Control Act, can only be the combination of the upper and lower. But because they just choose whatever they want willy-nilly, they said, we're gonna do the lower in this case. It's like, what? It doesn't even fit your own definition, but that's how ridiculous they are. So, uh, let's see. ScrewTube smashed my stream. Okay, so I'm curious as to why. When you said train stories, I was afraid you were going to rehash the female police officer again. Dang on man, Eraser, hey DLD. Eagle Run 23. You look kind of like Paul Wall. What? Jesus. But although Come On PLA does have a grill, like he has a grill that he can Paul Wall, baby, like a grill for his mouth. Anyway, he was showing builds. Okay, see, that's the issue, y'all. And I'm not saying you were wrong at all. As a matter of fact, I think the fact that they do that, unless you are like queuing up a first person shooter angled stream and you are like, you know, checking your gear in front of a gun free zone. Oh, God. Why do I do this to myself?
Oh, this is your
You should
channel. I
not
don't
be.
have to care about anything.
Yeah, right. You should not be taken down. And I get it, right? Like,
Well, all
I'll
right.
keep it
So
real.
here's where can you handle firearms and even live fire. So on Instagram, you can handle firearms and
Yep.
you can live fire. I'm assuming
Yeah.
player is the same. I know
Yep.
Rumble, you can handle firearms, live fire.
Dude, I'll tell you
Uh,
what, on Instagram, a lot of people do so on Instagram. If you guys go back on my older streams, I have complete like building. I literally go through taking a P80 frame out of the box and I finish the whole frame on stream and it's still on my Instagram to this date. So if you're looking for how your boy Dark does P80 builds, that's where you can get it. I got mine right over here, the GST9, which I'll actually be doing a GST9 video series for Freedom Crew University. So that'll be dope. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Fast forward to 42 minutes if you want to skip the. Okay, we know. What is that?
Submarine.
Is that your vacuum cleaner?
That's a vacuum cleaner.
Hopefully, it's a Dyson.
It is a Dyson.
Garantham can shoot a ballistic gel torso with a tank and not get banned. Coop holds a pistol. Stream taken
He
down.
didn't do it live.
Yeah, it's different. Now, I
Or
will
wait,
say
are
though,
tanks allowed live?
it's a firearm. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, there's some things that what they're expecting is not realistic of any of us, right? So anyone in the firearms community, we cannot expect logic and reason with their terms of service and restrictions. Okay.
I got a
Now,
bad joke for that, but Heckler and Koch wouldn't appreciate it.
uh, well,
Or Miller.
I think you gotta say it now.
No, I can't.
Okay. So used to have the 12s and the Accords shaking the thing apart. Oh man, I miss subwoofers. I miss those days. Hey Jason, good to see you, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, this has come up, this term has come up. There's actually a Drive Slow by Kanye and Paul Wall was a banger. Yes, that was a banger. Flying Rich, if said tank's name is Lizzo, then yes, it's allowed live. Ugh, yikes. So, a lot of people have been bringing up the term dirty civilian, and there's actually a YouTuber, a YouTube channel called Dirty Civilian, and he's kind of been popping up here and there, and I love that terminology, and I love what it is and what it stands for, and I just kind of wanted to have a conversation about that because being a dirty civilian is really what exactly what we talk about on almost every single stream, right? So Rich, what does being a dirty civilian mean to you?
I I mean, I think of it as Hillary Clinton describing a basket of deplorables.
Okay. Um, elaborate.
I so what's maddening to me is people. I worked with a guy. I ate lunch with this guy every day when I was working in Manhattan. He thought the highest status in life was living on the rock of Manhattan Island.
Mhm.
And he literally said bridge and tunnel people in a derogatory way. Mind you, I lived on Long Island, which I went through a tunnel.
Of
It's
course.
like
You're a
you
terrible
have
person.
no clue what's going on. Uh, so here's the interesting thing: is the knuckle dragging basket of deplorables know how to hunt, fish, and survive, whereas those ethereal elite Manhattanites will starve and eat their neighbors after 72 hours of no electric,
No Amazon, no yeah.
no Uber Eats, none of that.
Yep.
DoorDash.
I mean, I know so many people that live off of the current day, consumerism and just convenience that they'll be amongst the first to go, or they'll be amongst the first to be, if it's someone I know that'll be, begging to come out. I'll just, they'll dedicate their gear to me as they you know,
So, I first off, I live in Palm Beach County, but I live in the redneck part, believe it or not, of Palm Beach County, which I just get such a kick out
I didn't know there was a redneck part until I met you.
of.
But I mean, it's so that's kind of like when when they're talking about the number one, most dangerous terroristic threat of the United States is the, patriotic, two-way people that say things like
Former drinkers of Budweiser and Miller,
based in Chad, like ridiculous shit like this, right? They're
but use the
saying
word
that,
OPSEC.
yeah, OPSEC. People that are typically what they're referring to is, I mean, people they do think are stupid and people that they do think are undereducated and, talk like stupid rednecks and whatnot. But and of course firearm owners as well. But my commitment is to be so much more dangerous than that. I kind of figured Rich would live in the villages. Is that what you were
Fuck
laughing
you. Fuck you, man.
at? It's my only night off and I'm enjoying it. Hope everyone else doing well. Hell yeah, Nadine. Good to see you. So, okay, so we all kind of go through this like process, right? And it it's kind of like when people turn into like car guys, right? They, first they get a car and then they start to tinker with stuff, and then they make changes, then they start, then they get into the hobby, right? And then they
Hmm. Hmm.
end up building a car, whatever. It's the same thing, when someone goes out and then they buy their first gun, they buy the gun, then they take it to the range, then they go to seek out holsters, then they try to use that holster and they're like, "Man, this belt sucks." Then they start looking shit up, then like, "Man, I actually need a gun belt for this." Then they start dressing around carrying their gun. Then it's like, "Well, if I'm going to carry a gun, then I should have a gun, a nightstand gun, or then I should get an AR or whatever." And then they start to, acquire more firearms and they start to, seek out training. And then they start to, it just continues to evolve and get bigger. And I just kind of had this realization recently that you guys know at the end of every single stream what I say, that for us to defeat evil, actually, Rich was originally the one. I mean, you were the one that mentioned this first. right? Like
Hmm.
for us to defeat evil, it's Jesus. Why am I? It's because I'm not doing the rules.
The whole
Um,
whole thing.
Rule number 3: for us to defeat evil, it's necessary for us to be highly skilled in violence, or whatever. I don't know. At the end, I'll say it because it just like comes right. I've never written that down or
Yeah.
anything, but it is mandatory for us to be highly skilled in violence and to be dangerous individuals. But being dangerous, having the capability of being dangerous, doesn't mean that you're a dangerous person always. It doesn't mean that you're a
Right.
dangerous person to be around. The true measure of a man is a person that has the ability to become dangerous for the purpose of self-preservation, for the purpose of the preservation of innocent life, or for the preservation of their country, but chooses not to exercise that skill, the skills or abilities, right? Until they need to for those purposes. So becoming more dangerous, getting better gear, getting night vision, getting in shape. Those are the main focuses for me right now. And it clicked and I realized I was like, man, if I am not in, good enough shape to do
Hmm.
X, Y, and Z,
Hmm.
some basic things, then I'm gonna be, worthless, right? Plus I need to look cool in a plate carrier. Uh
Not
just kidding.
not like the guy and gal ATF agent at fake ATF agents
God, should we discuss that? Do we need to
with
discuss
with
that
the with the
with the
the
gong?
toddler plate carrier.
He did have an 8x10, and let's be real, I swear to God, I held up an 8x10 plate carrier to my 6-year-old, and I was like, "That would actually work perfectly," right? So the fact that homie is rocking an 8x10, a female plate carrier, I mean, look, it's I've seen it, right? They're out there. Maybe he just has little itty bitty vitals. That's fine. But maybe oh, is this a YouTube message? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's from Kurt. Let's see. Oh, okay. So BB Luminous member for 8 months. Month 8. That's all I said. That's all we got from you, BB. And then Shana member for 5 months. Don't forget to hit the like button. Aw,
Ooh,
thank you.
oh, snoring rich.
ATF has no heart to protect. Yeet. Look at that. Was that Tyven Bucks? Okay, so a lot of people have been asking about is that the 22 man?
Oh, what?
You had Tyven on your show
Oh,
recently?
yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, so Tyven did give me stacks of movie money. This is fake movie money.
Nice. So some people were hitting me up asking
I hope.
like, who he is and stuff like that. I I I'm not familiar with him. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
So Tyven hasn't been active in a couple of years. Tyven, it was originally Tim and Vanessa, so the Tyven show, and they would do gaming. And uh, Tyven's, he started going by the moniker Tyven. His real name is Tim. I don't think I'm doxing him because it was the Tim and Vanessa show, and so that's how they did it. Uh,
Okay.
he he was very active gaming. He had 70,000 subs, and then he started doing some gun stuff. And just when everything went sideways, he just kind of went dormant.
Hmm.
Or when everything went weird with COVID, um, he just kind of went real dormant.
Okay. So he is 22 man.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. Hey, something original. Good to see you. I hope you're doing
Hey.
well. I hope your bullet wound is healing up very well. For you guys on here that may or may not know, there was a true accidental discharge, provided that in real life it happened as if something original said it did. And I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying it sounds like the round went off when the slide closed. um, it was a mechanical malfunction, and he installed a 32 ACP into his hand.
No,
And
it went through.
Well, yeah, it did go through, but that's a big ouchie. Big ouchie. Hey, Gerchop, good to see you. Gort, good to see you too. Chanamemba, good to see you. Is something original the guy who cheddar bobbed himself? Well, cheddar bob would be a D shot. It was a hand shot. But
Is
yes,
that what that is?
yes. If you cheddar bob yourself, that means you accidentally blast your pecker, or in the pecker region. Like, so he was putting the gun back in his waistband, and it was a single action revolver. So you can imagine that 1.75 pound trigger. you know no bueno. um in the dick beater, yeah, in his case it was the dick beater, but I think it was his offhand. So he had a old 32 ACP, which I think is actually a historical firearm that actually has like the Iron Cross or the Nazi Eagle, the not C Eagle. I guess I gotta be cautious of that word. And he had closed the slide, and it was like in his hands like this, and it just bang went in his hand and then exited. And he showed us pictures when it first happened. It was absolutely disgusting. And yeah, he survived. He put a tourniquet around his neck and went right to the hospital. Sorry, I can joke about it now. I can joke about it
German
now.
Empire Waffenmark on it. Oh my gosh, so cool.
Nice, nice. Mark Tucker, good to see you, man. Another channel member. So okay, so getting back to it. So the to me, if all of these people with opposing views, see the dirty civilian as just a gun owner that may be a military aged male that has opposing beliefs, and they believe those people to be dangerous, then I believe it is our responsibility to stack the favor way as much as we can in our favor, and seek out as much training as possible, as much ammo as possible, as much gear as possible. Now, this is not to, be in place of your water and food and shelter and like this. This is in addition to, okay? So when I'm saying these things, obviously, if you don't have your water, your food, and your shelter, and then security. What we're discussing kind of still falls in in security, but this isn't in place of. This is in addition to. So a dirty civilian is it came up as kind of a joke. Initially, it was what some law enforcement and military referred to LARPers as, right? They would say, oh, those LARPers, those guys that, get in full kit and go training or whatever, those are dirty civilians, right? Or, people that like, oh yeah, I was gonna go in, but whatever, like those guys are dirty civilians. So a few guys kind of like took it as like a badge of honor, like, yeah, I'm a dirty civilian, and it was kind of like a joke, right? Like, yeah, just me, I'm just a dirty civilian. So
Like
that's kind
MAGA,
of, yeah,
ultra MAGA.
exactly, right? That's kind of where it came from. It's all right. It's like, all right, you're gonna call me that, then I'm going to be that, and I'm gonna take it to the next level. So if they just think if a dude turns 21 and then he goes and he buys a Glock, and he has beliefs that differ from the whatever extreme left ideals are popular at the time, if they see him as dangerous, then how dangerous would somebody be that is absolutely highly skilled in violence, that is seeking out training on a consistent basis? I'll tell you, I train more than a lot of the law enforcement out here. And I only know that because I talked to a couple guys about like training and where they train and stuff like that, that are with the local sheriff's office out here. And training as often as you can, investing into gear, like, I started putting way too much money just into, guns, and guns that are just going to be sitting here doing nothing. Like, if I needed to throw all my shit on and get rolling, then I'm gonna have 50 guns sitting back here doing nothing, right? Unless I build that homeless person army that I mentioned before, which which may still be a factor, right? Because dirty civilians are also excellent leaders. Let me just say that. But they don't expect people to be extremely proficient in marksmanship. They don't expect people to be in full kit of the best gear that is available and get what you can, right? It's not all about that. It's just about what's functional and what works for you. And, don't stretch yourself or anything. And, dudes getting, you know, bumps with night vision or ballistic helmets with night vision, and that if they think the guy with the Glock is dangerous, a dirty civilian is their worst, absolute worst nightmare. And a country filled with even 10% dirty civilians that are setting up groups, that are setting up small units, that are setting up comms, that are setting up, that is where it becomes dangerous. Now, what I had said recently was, we were talking about the pistol brace thing, right? And we were like, oh, you have until 5:31 to comply or whatever. And a bunch of people are talking all over the place, and they're like, well, if you're going to do this, if you're going to comply this way, then comply this way, and don't forget to comply while you're complying, and make sure that you get a tattoo of your compliance and all this shit. And I was just like, dude, look, I'm not going to register a damn thing. I'm not pulling any pistol braces off my shit, and I'm not registering a damn thing. Now, I'm hoping that something changes, and maybe this will be taken care of in court prior to the drop dead date of 5:31, but it's getting pretty close, so I honestly don't know. But what I had said was the law abiding citizen that they have come to know, the law abiding citizen that they continuously poke and poke and poke and just assume that they are going to abide by the tyrannical bullshit that they just force down our throats. And then they're basically threatening us with 10 years in jail plus $250,000 in fines as an absolute minimum, as a minimum of not abiding by their opinions that so happen, to be backed by the full force of federal law. Anyway, to get through all this, I had said that if their fear is an armed civilian, think of what a true dirty civilian, um, how much they would fear a dirty civilian. Then since all of these law-abiding citizens that they just keep poking and poking and poking, their biggest fear is those law-abiding citizens standing up and saying no and saying no more and refusing to abide by those laws. And I'm not saying anyone should do that at all. I'm not giving any advice. I don't give advice. And just like CRS would say, if you take advice from me, you're stealing. But I will say that at some point, we just have to say no. Okay, let me see. Sorry, let me go back. Thank you. I'm not
So,
registering shit.
earlier question I just want to hit on. The empty weight of my airplane is 960 pounds. It can fly at 2,000 pounds gross weight, takeoff weight. So that's fuel, people, cargo. So no, 30 tons of ammonium nitrate wouldn't fit in my airplane.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not fitting. We can hit that too. Burn your short uppers, build a 20-inch speedy boy, and do push-ups. They know the clock is ticking. So the one too. They wouldn't posture like they are if they weren't afraid. Are you threatening me? I want TP for my bunghole. I am Cornholio. Thank you. Take America back. CNT Designs, I'm not registering shit and I'm not changing my builds. My guns were legal when I built them and they're going to remain that way. So here's the other thing is that anytime they've done anything like this, right? They've given some type of, leeway. They've given, grandfather clauses. They've done like something. This Like these types of instances where they're like, red line drawn right here, no more. Walk past that line, and you're going to jail for 10 years and $250,000 in fines. Like that's ridiculous, right? Like I said, I talked to some guys in law enforcement, right? Local guys that were laughing, saying we would absolutely not enforce that pistol brace bullshit
They might not.
because we got them, right? They may not, but some may, right? And there's
Well,
no
some may, and you get the dirty ATF agent or the
dude,
girl that's impersonating one.
I'll tell you right now, I could almost guarantee with certainty because of the amount that I put myself out there and the amount that I speak against the gay TF. And I've sold what 33, 3,400 packages on DLD hardware, and I have put F the ATF on every single package I have ever sold. And I'm sure they've bought shit too, and they've seen it, and that probably doesn't make them very happy. But this, as soon as 531 hits, I would not be surprised if they're like, "Hey,
I'm
hey,
sure they're going to
Derek."
pop somebody as an example.
Yeah, and who knows who it may be. DLD, you should comply. Last time my family complied, we got free train rides and showers.
Oh shit!
Let me guess, the trains were always on time. DLD After Dark Guns and Gadgets put video out earlier saying his source told him they aren't worried about the pistol brace right now, only worried about the debt ceiling. I don't think you should have to register a Subaru. This is very true. I don't think you should drive one either. I'll put another one. We're just
Somebody we
dirty
know wants to get a
bastards.
Subaru,
Who wants to get a Subaru?
and he just moved to Florida.
I have 3 braces in my ass right this second. You can't stop me. I believe it. That with the PWEDC crowd, I absolutely believe it. Um, JFC, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. All that shit don't change the way the bull. Yeah, I know for real, right? Well, and here's the other thing. Like, why are they focused on this insignificant ass shit?
All right,
Like,
so
come on.
here's what I want to talk about. Who
Hold on,
went
hold on.
to?
Before we switch topics, really quickly, I just have to add
We're
this.
not switching topics.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Who went to a rock concert in the '80s?
Um, I don't know.
You get patted down for all sorts of things. They didn't want you to record the concert and sell a bootleg tape of it.
Well, shit. I mean, every concert I've ever gone to, I was searched, and
Yes,
they were metal detectors.
yes. Now people live freaking stream the concert on their stupid phones. Mass non-compliance is the answer.
So that came up in another conversation, which absolutely mass noncompliance is the way. Now, there's give and take with that device, right? Because what are we sacrificing by, having those devices on us all day, every day? A lot,
Every federal
but
agency listening to me, knowing where I am.
yeah, anytime, always. But it could also be used as a tool of subversion as well. So what did you mention? Just made me think of something. Um, Damn it, what was I thinking? Sorry, I get sidetracked so easily. You mentioned the phone being
30
searched.
tons of ammonium nitrate.
We could talk about that. All right, so tell people what's going on with that because I'm sure people probably think we're crazy, but it's something happened. Oh, mass non-compliance, really quickly. So
Not
apparently,
Massachusetts.
no, mass
Oh,
in mass of the general populace non-compliance. That is the way. It is uncontrollable. Here's something that will always make you feel better in the end. We outnumber other people, right? We outnumber them. But what somebody said, apparently there's a law that is going to be instated as of, I think it was, don't hold me to this, but I'm going to check, January of 2024, that in the state of California, if anybody has an unserialized uh, finished or unfinished frame or receiver that is unserialized, meaning just a frame blank, right? Not even done. If it is unserialized, boom, done. Illegal. Just a
Wow.
frame. If you
Wow.
3D print a frame and it's unserialized, illegal, gone, right? And somebody in the comments, I saw it on Reddit actually. Somebody in the comments said, okay, well, what if every single person in the United States that had an unfinished frame or a finished frame or receiver or a 3D printed frame or whatever, what if every single person put the same arbitrary serial number on every single one in the United States? I was like, man, that is actually an excellent idea.
Hmm.
But it's still putting a serial number on it, which is ridiculous. Yeah, that's kinda how the law is in CA already. Yeah, I mean, they outlawed 3D printing in, like, what, July? I think it was July 1, something like that?
So if let, let's just say hypothetically, I live in Nevada, I 3D printed a bunch of guns, I moved to California.
You already aren't technically supposed to have, to my understanding, and again, I don't agree with any of this, but to my understanding, you are already not allowed to have any 3D printed frame. I thought you were not allowed to have any unserialized frame, but now apparently they're saying that it's like some crazy high crime. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something I saw on Reddit. It may or may not be true, but they did post text from a like a House bill or some shit like that. So it could be true, or it could just be something that was submitted. I don't personally know.
Let's all put 1776 on our frames.
Yeah, for real. Rena May is one of the only two people to legally register a ghost gun. My serial number is there you go. You see that, Rich?
Oh.
8 equals capital D. So I'll put 1776 on our frames. Reddit is garbage. Oh, of course it is, right? That's the point of Reddit, is to be a garbage pail. But every now and then you can still find a gem in the dumpster. Under the new laws, I meant Rita May posted a video about that. Zero fucks given,
Why the hell
crew.
does Reno May live in California?
You know, I look, I respect the people that are willing to stay in California and fight behind enemy lines. I mean, that's something you got to respect. And California, like, these guys in California do not give up for the most part, and they account for like 30% of almost all firearm purchases. It's crazy. Like, when a lot of these companies that are, selling parts and stuff like that, like 1776 Supply Co. and JSD, and a lot of the other big guys, before, when they could just openly sell shit to anywhere in the country, or most places in the country, um all of them were like, dude, it was like 30% of our business was to California, and then they squashed it, and then all of a sudden, nearly half of our business disappeared, or a third of our business disappeared, and I've heard that from, Supply Co., from, other companies too. So, it's kinda crazy. John Crump Live deploying to the war zone. What? Hey, Crump, what's up with the Supreme Court and Illinois ban? I don't know about that. California didn't land on Rena May. Rena May landed on California. Yeah, we don't always see eye to eye, him and I, but it is what it is. Now I have to flick a knife too. I know it's addictive. It's contagious. So yeah. So anyway, so the reason I bring this whole thing up is because we have to be able to position. Well, let me say this differently. Um, I see it is my opinion, and I see it as it is important for one to position themselves to become as ungovernable as possible, for them to be less affected by the government withholding things from them or trying to do things to them, because the day may come, and I feel as if we're not too far away from the day coming to where we have to just stand up and say no. And I have no idea when that day is going to be, and I pray that it's nowhere near, right? But we cannot keep ignoring everything going on around us, right? Like, this is crazy. We have so much shit going on around us. The world is literally melting right in front of us. And yeah, now I would much rather live in peace, and I would much rather, avoid any type of conflict. And I just don't know that we're headed in that direction. I just think it's important that through all of this, if you focus on water, food, shelter, and then also while you're focusing on security, which is the fourth item, that you make sure that you are heightening security and heightening your own capabilities, your physical capabilities. Be strong, be psychologically strong, be emotionally strong, be physically strong, be in good shape. And that's something that I'm working on right now. That's probably the most pressing thing that I'm working on right now, because I had totally just, let go of that. And I realized, like, man, if I'm running around with 70 pounds of gear on, like, I need to make sure that I'm, in the absolute best shape that I
Like you did
possibly could be
Christmas time at that Oaks gun
at
show.
Oaks. It wasn't quite 70 pounds, but it was a lot. It was a lot of gear. I wore that shit for like 16 hours. Don't forget cybersecurity. Sure. Yeah, cybersecurity. I kind of have a feeling though that, when the time comes, I don't know. See, I'm torn on this, right?
There
Because
won't be power or internet. You got nothing to worry about.
so that's a thought, right? But I kind of have when I try to walk through different scenarios about this, I think of it like this. Is this going to be just one day lights off, internet off, everything off, right? And it's just like go time situation, or is it going to be kind of like a Ukraine situation where they got electricity, they got internet, they're running around flying around drones and shit, and is it going to be something like that? I don't know, right? But having internet, having a phone, having any type of device like that, it's compromising. So it's just bad as much as it is good. Um, we have to make sure our nuclear infrastructure stays up. Yeah, well, they won't, pass those um, benefits on to us, I'm sure. William Bologna, good to see you. Went to the range last weekend, shot for 5 hours, had a blast, hit my new LPVO, zeroed at 100 yards. Good stuff. Nice. That's awesome. What kind of LPVO did you get? CNT Designs and Arms. Damn it. No, my ribs are killing me. Oh, y'all laughing. You got some new memes? Man Against the Masses is the resident meme artist. Y'all know this. End the petty squabbles with your neighbors. You only have what you can protect in this world. Dude, community is such an important piece, right? Oh man, we've totally lost
So
that.
there's something I thought about today. In Dark, we both watched this video, the difference between Canadians and Americans,
Yeah, yeah.
and Canadians were sucking the Queen's tit up until a couple of years ago, where we shot them in the face 200 years ago.
They were literally like the entire nation was birthed upon compliance and bowing to the crown. And I
So
mean,
tell me what happens if you have a floodgate of people coming in from south of the US border that don't have that attitude.
what do you think could potentially happen?
You have a bunch of frickin' Canadians, but less civilized.
So, I don't know. I don't know. You're saying south of the border?
Yes. Yeah, well, the
I
run
don't
on the
know.
border, the run on the southern border,
I
I
don't know
think
if they have that same perspective.
works in many different ways. And they're not Americans. They're not "f you, I'll shoot you in your face." They're, I don't know what.
But think of the environment that they grow up in, though, right? Like
But
the
you got to realize they didn't stay and fight and make things better. They left.
and they also are already living in a war zone. I mean, the cartels run the streets just as much as the government and police do. You know, they're
You're talking about Texas or Arizona?
no, I'm talking. I mean, they're there too, right? I'm talking about south of the border, South America, Central America. If the people that are coming in here are indeed truly from there, which obviously there's been, people from China, people from the Middle East, people from God knows wherever.
Terrorist watch list people.
Yeah, there have been people. So, like, confirmed terrorists out of, the UK or wherever, flying to South America or Central America and then sneaking into the United States, right? And then something happens like 30 tons
Tons of
of
ammonium
ammonium
nitrate goes
nitrate.
missing.
Yeah. So,
Now, that's a
yeah,
fertilizer, so we got nothing to worry about.
oh yeah, it's just fertilizer. It's just for
Just for,
cold packs.
they're farmers coming across the border and they want to fertilize their crops.
Yeah, or make a lot of disposable cold packs. They could do that too. What could somebody else do with 300 tons of ammonium nitrate? 3 or no, 300,000 tons,
Was it
right?
300,000?
I think it was 300,000 tons. DLD, I got the Opmod Vortex Strike Eagle Gen 2 and FDE. Can't beat it for
Dude, you know what we didn't talk about after the John Crump live stream?
30,000 tons. That's what it was. Sorry. For
Yeah,
225.
30,000.
Dang, that's not bad at all, dude.
That's just 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate. I don't understand what the problem could be.
So that's the other thing. Apparently, there was another event or several events that was equal to this haul, right? If this is indeed a robbery or a scam or whatever it was,
Just farmers going rogue.
whatever it was, if it wasn't a clerical error and somebody made off with 30,000 tons of ammonium nitrate, we were also told we had Risky Krisky on the John Crump live show, and he had said that there were other events similar that equate to about the same amount. So now we're talking about 60,000 tons of ammonium nitrate, which if you're looking at like just ammonium nitrate and darkened aluminum powder, that typically detonates at about 2,800 meters per second. Okay, it is not a massive, like it's not an extremely high explosive. It's still, it can be a very, very effective explosive, and it can cause a lot, a lot. I don't want to downplay it. I'm just saying it's not like 30,000 tons of C4, right? It's different.
Hmm.
But you can also make AMFO, which I think it detonates at like 4,800, almost like 5,000 meters per second, which is a whole another thing. And I may be off on that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like that. But anyway, the point to all this is that if this is true, and if someone made off with 60,000 tons of unspoken for ammonium nitrate, holy shit. I think about 1 ton was used in OKC, if I recall correctly, which I may not be recalling correctly. I think it was about 1 ton. Now, if that is true, and if that was about 1 ton, we're talking about one truck with 1 ton that wasn't even parked under the overhang. It was just parked right outside of the sidewalk on the street. And it
Not even close to the
completely,
building. Not
yeah,
next door to the building, not in the building's garage. Just
just outside on the street, and it carved a letter V out of the entire building. And there were what, almost 80 dead, 30 of them children. I don't know. Do you have the news article on the 30,000 tons?
Yeah. So at 30, it doesn't really say much.
So it was 30,000 pounds, but
60,000 pounds.
well, I thought the report was 30,000.
30 tons.
30,000 or pounds. I'm sorry,
Wait.
30,000 tons. And then we were also told after that that there is about the same amount missing from other instances. So
Mhm.
if
That's
oh,
terrifying. I mean, I got the chills thinking
yeah,
about it.
I literally just got the chills. It Think of 60,000 trucks out there all over the United States. I mean, this could be I don't even know. I don't even want to think about something like that. Like, man, wow. I'm going to go
So
out on a
it's
limb
really
and guess
funny.
that the
That's
government was involved.
what Come Out and Play said. Is Dark and I were talking earlier, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, 60,000 pounds." He's like, "Well, it could be
Tons.
60. No, it's 30 tons, which is 60,000 pounds."
Oh, 30 tons. Okay, so I
Yeah.
misspoke then. Okay, so 30
So
tons,
yeah,
which is 60,000 pounds.
which could be 60 1,000 pound bombs.
Yeah.
That's freaking terrifying.
Yeah, one 30,000 pound bomb is terrifying. 61,000 pound bombs all over the United States is terrifying. Now, remembering that there are other events that equate to about the same amount, I guess we were wrong. So I guess it's 120,000 pounds that are collectively missing from different events. So that could be 120 1,000-pound devices. Yeah,
So
I
I think maybe
mean,
the FBI shouldn't go after church moms anymore, and
school board
just
meetings and shit
school
like that.
board meetings. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think they got bigger fish to fry.
I can't wait for the day that they but remember who are who's going to be the first people they go look at for shit like this? Probably people that use the word based. Probably people that use the word Chad. I mean, they've made it very clear that the enemy is the patriotic, military aged male that is willing to. Sorry, somebody thought they could. I'm just kidding. What's up, John?
Hey, not much. How you doing?
Good. I just fired Rich when I saw you came in. Just kidding. That actually wasn't me. Oh, he left. That actually wasn't me. John did that. I just want to go out on the record. Anfo has always had this charismatic, nothing out of the ordinary. So
So,
Anfo is just
so Rich kicked me. By the way,
I No, I didn't do anything.
it said Rich. It said that you did.
I, I didn't do anything.
No, no. I just called to stop. I haven't heard back from the secret thing that's going on.
Okay, good. Thank you for bringing that up.
But yeah, no. I just wanted to
um,
say, congratulations on your 2000th episode.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, and 4,000 subscribers. That's big. Congratulations, Dark. How's the second channel doing?
Oh man, it's great. It's honestly, it's actually surprisingly growing pretty well. But they're all my current viewers. I have not put one video out, and I just hadn't had the time to. I've been oh man, looking around right here, just the stuff. I feel like I just moved into the gun room again. Like I moved my safe and this whole shelf with all these P80s and frames and all the tools and all this stuff. I moved everything like 6 feet over to bring this over here because I am going to set up like a almost like a little lounge area for streaming. I'm gonna do like one stream a week or
Wait, you
so.
have 3 bedrooms on the second floor, right?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, you gonna have in-person guests?
I may actually duplicate my background, send it to my guests, and then like make it look like we're in the same place. No, I'm just kidding. I probably won't do that. But no, I just think like it'd be a little bit cooler to have kind of a more chill setup than just me sitting at the computer like this, And I've been wanting to do that for a while. I just haven't done it. Yeah, Amfo is a mofo for sure. DLD After Dark, can you post the second channel again? I still have not subbed it. Yeah, for sure. It is youtube.com// DLDTV23. I believe that's it. Oh, there you go. Kurt. See, Kurt for the win, man. Thank you. He's always up on his game like that.
On the
I'm
ball.
not really. Yeah.
You got
So
72 subscribers.
yeah, not bad, right? I'm gonna be using that channel for do you need a co-host, Dark? I could do the Ed Meeman thing. Ed McMahon.
You still need to have
McMahon.
the who was Sport Brand used to do the updates, news updates, the weather updates.
Was it? Oh no, that was Dirt. Dirt used to do
Dirt,
that.
yeah.
Dude, I haven't seen Dirt for a long time, man. I Dirt, if you're out there, I miss you, love you, hope you're doing well, and it'd be good to have you back. Target selling LGBT babies clothes now that say stuff like super queer. Oh God, no. Oh man, why do they do this? Why do they try to just steal the innocence from the youth, man? I don't get this. Don't get it. The MP7A2 is called the Shrimp. What? Just sub 73 now. Thank you. So this new channel is, so I don't know, we've brought this up before, but essentially the way the algorithm works, right? If I have a channel and I do live streams, you guys see I'll get like 200, 300, 400 views, sometimes more, right? But let's just say for the most part, in the first viewing, I'll get like 250 views. And then after that, it'll go up to like 400 to 500 views, whatever. And mostly let's call it 350 to 450. And
76 subs.
After that, thank you guys. I appreciate all y'all. Then after that, it's dead, right? So that is the algorithm that is assigned to my channel. So when I then go do a hard video or a short, it typically gets pretty shitty numbers, because when you have a channel that you constantly do live streams on and then you do hard video content, it doesn't do very well. That's just the way that it works. So I am separating the two, and the other channel is going to be for hard videos and shorts, and this one I'll continue doing my show on. And then if the inevitable occurs and I get booted off here for talking that real-ish, then I'll just go over to the other channel or make a new one or go somewhere else or whatever,
But you don't own the other channel, right?
Of course not. I did not set that up. Somebody else set that up under a different Wi-Fi, under a different device,
And
completely.
You're just creating content as a contractor.
Yeah, exactly. See, you know the thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Yep.
My son, I lost him in Iraq.
Oh God. I don't shop at the frog store. Coop, I wouldn't mind as long as it hits the right place. Hopefully not. God will send it when he has. Sorry, I'm just reading. It'd be a shame if Target's clothing section caught. Oh, yikes. Why not Rumble? They don't seem to censor it all there. Yeah, I'm going to check out Rumble. I actually was planning on setting one up. I think I actually have one, but I haven't actually streamed to it or anything. But I just didn't do it. I was, focused on other stuff. And typically that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm focused on other stuff. And then I've been working on getting really good guests and, getting them in. This Saturday I'm actually not going to be able to do a live stream. So I'm going to be doing a stream on Sunday evening instead with a very, very special guest. Just wanted to let you guys know, since you guys know I usually do streams on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'll be with my little one this weekend, so I won't be able to do Saturday. However, this Sunday, I am going to be doing a stream with Mrs. CRS.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yep.
You gonna be doing it on Matt's channel?
Yeah.
We'll do it on both.
Okay. I think today's the first day I haven't talked to Matt and Erica.
Yeah. I talked to him earlier today.
The motion for acquittal is due tomorrow.
Due by tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna write. I'm going to write to CRS tomorrow.
Yeah. And by the way, so some people have reached out to me, and I appreciate it. Some people have reached out to me about the address to be able to write Matt, and they're very right. Getting letters while you are locked up is very important. However, he had asked at this point that his address not be shared. And what you could do is go to CRS's channel, and the address, the P.O. Box address that is on there, if you write a letter and send it to that P.O. Box address, then his wife will read it to him or send it to him. So, hey, FDSS, what's up, man? Good to see you. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, good to see you too, bro. Guys, this week is Kurt's birthday week, just so you know.
No, really.
So, if you're planning on getting him gifts, this is when you tell him what you got him.
Can I pitch the fun, the toy drive thing, the Bellows Wish thing?
Yeah, sure.
If you go to crumpy.com/bellowswish, we are getting stuff for terminal ill kids. We have a bunch of toys right now. So what we need more than anything is like the snacks and the water and stuff like that. That's listed on there more than the toys right now.
Yeah, and it's essentially an Amazon store. You go through.
Yeah, it's Amazon wish list. Everything gets sent to. It's a local Ronald McDonald House in Long Island, New York.
Yeah.
Not Long Island, Virginia, where Dark is from, but Long Island, New York.
Bro.
Oh, crap.
Come on, man.
Well, whatever. So it goes, so Bella's little sister is going to go with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and deliver it by hand to Ronald McDonald House. They do it every May. We do it every May because it is Brain Cancer Awareness Month. My niece Bella, she passed away from DIPG, which is it's a terrible form of childhood brain cancer. So we do it every May. So yeah.
Yeah, we just did a stream honoring Bella, and a lot of you guys contributed. I appreciate you guys. If you when you get on there, if you go through, you'll see it's an Amazon store, and it says that they have 1 of 5 or 3 of 5 or whatever. So they're asking for multiple things. So like they'll have Uno, right? And it'll be like, we have 3 out of 5 Uno or Monopoly or these books or whatever. So, just a few things here and there will definitely help a lot. As you guys and gals know, I'm a disabled U.S. Marine combat veteran, and I'm actually scared for our country for the first time in my life. Not scared for me, but the country. Keep stacking. 100%, dude. This is it's scary, especially if you have kids, man. And that's what we were talking about earlier on John Crump's channel with Rich and Crump and Risky Krisky. Because if it's just me, then whatever. I'll take whatever fight comes to my door whenever it does. But number one, I don't want my child or children or the next generation to have to fight this.
My niece.
Yeah, Bella was his niece. That well, just in case Anthony didn't hear it, you can let him know again.
She was my niece that passed away from childhood brain cancer, DIPG,
At the age of 9.
at the age of 9. Yeah.
Um, so I would much rather, fight this war. So if it occurs, so that my child or children or the next generation does not have to take part in it, right? So they could have a better life. And thinking back to the founders, like when they signed the Constitution, I came up with an opportunity to sign a congressional letter, and the person contacted me and they said, "Hey, Dark, would you like to sign this letter?" And I was like, I'm open to it, right? It's about the overstepping of the ATF and the government and all that. I think that was the first time I didn't call them the gay TF, but that's fine. Um, and I was like, you know what, whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna sign it, and I'm gonna have to put my whole government name on that shit. And you know what, it is what it is, because if one is saying that they're willing to take a stand and actually like fight and die for
You
something,
you got to take a stand.
yeah, you got to take a stand, which means taking a stand to hopefully not have to fight and die for something as well. So, and I'm not advocating anything. I'm not advocating any violence. I don't want any violence. I want nothing to happen. I want us. You guys know, me. Like when I end the stream, I talk about we all need to be kind. We all need to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others, right? And that that's what I truly believe. And if any of you here can say that we are headed in that direction more and more every day, then I will stop talking about this shit. And I don't believe that we're headed in that direction.
I don't believe so either.
I believe we're headed in the exact opposite direction. And looking at the just blatant corruption and the last 100 years it's taken us to this point, it's crazy. Weak men breed hard times make strong men make good times. Rinse and repeat. Very, very true. Let me see. Hang on. Somebody said, Wired Tight, take a moment and look around in the chat. This is the modern day tavern, and this stream is the pamphlet. We're loving through history, and we don't even know it. Godspeed. Yeah, it's interesting because like I was saying, when the founders, signed the Declaration of Independence and they signed the Constitution and they signed Rich, what did they sign?
They signed a death warrant.
Yeah. They literally signed their lives away.
Look how many of
And
those guys died in poverty too.
yeah, interesting how that works. I think that when you're willing to take a stand for something, and look, I don't want this to be confused with anything that it's not, right? This is not calling for anything. This is not calling action for anything. I'm actually telling you guys to not do anything, but to exercise your right to be a
Prepared.
true patriotic American and be prepared, right? And you guys know that I don't use that term patriot or patriotic lightly, right? I'm saying patriotic as in you care about the country, you care about the future of the country, and you got to take a stand somewhere. So it is best to make sure that you can provide for your families and that you can provide for a community or for people. And that starts with water, food, shelter, and security. And in that security portion, being as dangerous as possible is the best thing to do. That's all I'm saying. Right. And it's not just about the gear that you got, it's about being in better shape, which I know I'm working on right now. I'm probably one of the worst at it. Right. I'm working on that right now, which is everything that I eat, everything that I do and don't do. Right. Like, working out or not working out, like making those different decisions that will just change ever so slightly the potential outcome if, God forbid, I do ever need to protect myself or the people that I love or care about. The pendulum is reversing. Taco Syndicate, just live the dream, bro. Sorry, I'm reading through here. Skills defeat doomer mindsets. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Hey, Rusty, good to see you, bro. Damien Christ, good to see you as well. Because soon it will flip. Sorry, hang on. I'm looking through. The nation just doesn't collectively realize it's in the death rattles. Very true. Very true. America looks like the Weimar Republic, 1930s Germany. Dude,
Weimar.
that's
Weimar.
Weimar. Sorry,
Weimar.
Weimar.
The
I'm.
W's are like pronounced V's.
And with that
I
last bit of
speak
German,
American.
I gotta go.
You gotta go.
I get up early.
Yeah, I gotta bounce too. I gotta get
Yeah, I
up
gotta
early
bounce,
tomorrow.
too.
I'll go ahead and close it out, man. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, I just came on to basically to plug my the crumpy.com/Bella.
I appreciate that. Thank you for coming
I
on.
appreciate you letting me come on and crush your stream to
Yeah, man.
that crap.
You got it, man. Do your thing,
It's
bud.
not crap, but it's something that's
I
very
know what you
important to
mean.
me.
Yeah, for sure. We got you. All right, brother. Take it easy. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out.
All right.
All right. All right, guys. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I actually do have to get up very early tomorrow. Usually, I would let the stream run for much longer, but I want you guys to know, how serious this is, and that I do take this seriously as well, right? To be physically strong, to be psychologically strong, to be emotionally strong, because we don't know what's ahead of us and what's around the corner. And everything that we're seeing every single day is really a message with an undertone saying, be prepared, become as prepared as you possibly can. And we're fighting evil. We're fighting against evil. We're potentially fighting against, you know, corruption. And I mean, it is just so blatant nowadays. Now, I'm not trying to have this black pilled negative, you know, just a bad outlook on it. I'm just saying that if we are going to prepare ourselves, then prepare yourselves at the highest level possible. Become the dirty civilian that they fear so much, because that is what's going to protect you and your family. And yeah, we like to have a lot of laughs. We like to joke around, and a lot of times that may be the only thing keeping us sane, right? Like to talk about gear and like to talk. Like I'm working on getting night vision right now. Just got my Team Windy bump, and I'm gonna put my Peltors on there, and I'm gonna be super duper high speed. But I realized that if I was just like fat slob, that in my gear I wasn't gonna be worth shit. So now I'm working on becoming as physically fit as I can too. So that's the other thing I'm working on. But go to work with your gun. Let me say this differently. Make sure you get as much training with your firearms as possible, right? It's your responsibility. Make sure that you have as much training as possible with your gear. It's your responsibility. If you are going to invest in things like night vision and like other things like that, then you have to be able to run them and get time behind them. And I don't know how much time we have left. No one does, right? So it's time to become a dirty civilian. So, and a dirty civilian is the cleanest of the bunch. They're the most loving, caring, compassionate people that will give you the shirt off of their backs and are kind and contribute to others, that could also open up your throat in 2 seconds flat if they needed to. And not wanting to and being able to, and using discipline to exercise, when you become that version of yourself, is the true testament of, being a man. So anyway, in closing, guys, make sure that we support the people that support us, right? And if you look in the description, you'll see that I do have a link for Goonbeam. I also have a code dark for Goonbeam. Also, tack knives. If you use code dark at tack knives, you save 20%. I just looked. I don't have any of my OTF knives here, so I think I'm moving a whole bunch of stuff around in my room. I'm completely redoing everything, so you guys will see a couple of new setups coming here soon, and probably 2 places that I'll be streaming from, and maybe even the P80 wall. I may finally do the wall of P80s, but we'll see. We'll see. It's actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Um, so yeah, just focus on yourself and your family, and becoming as dangerous as possible. Anyway, in closing, let's do this. Oh, guys, I am going to ask you for one thing. And also support like AR Takedown Tool too. AR Takedown Tool, they're an awesome company. They're great, and if you guys could hit them up on Instagram, show some love, that would mean a lot too. And just say DLD After Dark sent me this way. Great company, and it's also like probably one of the coolest tools ever. If you need to remove a pin, just whoosh. I mean, it's a hammer and a punch together, and you could play with dangly bits like that. Um, anyway, so I recently saw Clint from Classic Firearms doing a live stream. Okay. And when he was doing a live stream, I sent him a super chat and I was like, hey, because I've actually had a couple people ask if I can get him on the show, and I never reached out to him. So when I saw him doing a live stream, I sent him a super chat and I was like, "Hey man, appreciate what you do," blah blah blah. And I'm pretty sure him and I were separated at birth, but it's okay. And I was like, "Hey, just wanted to throw this invite out. Would love to have you on the show." Anyway, he responded and said that yes, he would be down to come on the show. So if you guys would be so helpful as to go on Instagram and go to magdump underscore Morgan. So magdump, like magdump underscore Morgan. Hit him up on Instagram and just be like, yo, I heard, like, on his pictures or whatever, like a bunch of his pictures, follow him and stuff, show him some love, right? And maybe just leave a comment saying, "Yo, I heard you were gonna be on DLD After Dark." Like, that's freaking awesome. Like, that would be super helpful. Maybe not go too crazy with it, but just, a few of you guys going over there. Kurt already left a comment. Mike McLuhan already left a comment. And you guys are already, he already responded to me and said yes, he would come on. So, maybe don't turn him off to coming on. Okay. I'm just saying, like, maybe go show some love, and then, you know, and then just say, "Hey, I heard you were coming on. Can't wait to see you," whatever. When I get paid again, I get paid once a month. I'm going to order some AR takedown tools from DLD Hardware. Hell yeah. Well, I actually am not currently carrying them on dldhardware.com, but I'll change that as quickly as possible. Um, and Kurt again, bro. Oh, nice, man. Look at that, bro. Kurt just dropping it like that, dude. Thank you, man. You are the man, Kurt. And happy birthday week as well. Joe Morris, good to see you, bro. Thank you for coming in. But we are going to go ahead and close out because I actually do have a commitment very early in the morning. So you guys will see Mrs. CRS on the show on Sunday evening. I'm not going to be able to do a stream on Saturday, so it'll be Sunday evening. And you guys will also see a couple exciting guests for next week, possibly including Clint from Classic Firearms. So we'll see when we can schedule it for, but I don't want to jinx it. I always do that. Jeez, sorry. Anyway, so in closing, we need to go over the rules. Rule number 1 is to be kind in everything that you do. That brief moment of kindness that you share with somebody else could have a massive impact on their lives. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. That's the way that the world works. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. Now, when I say be skilled in violence, be as highly skilled in violence as possible, What I mean is to exercise that muscle to become as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be. But the true measure of a man is being highly skilled in violence and not using it and exercising discipline to not use it unless you must, out of absolute necessity for self preservation or the preservation of other innocent life. That's what I mean. So, YouTube, when I say this, I am not calling for violence. I am not glorifying violence. I'm not inciting violence. So, get out of here with all that bullshit. The outro is the best. Thank you, man. I love y'all. You guys are awesome. I love your wholesome outro. Thank you, man. If if we always had that reminder naturally to be that best version of ourselves, how much better would the world be if all of us were like that? Always. Man, we could change the world tomorrow. Just saying. Johnny Bar, Rip Dango, and stay strapped or get clapped. Very, very good. And pay attention. Yeah, your awareness is key. It is the key. The key. It's the key. Say, man, thank you. Morningstar, good to see you, brother. Another gentleman. As they say, even God, Jesus. For the ATF agents watching, when he says skills and violence, he doesn't mean hitting your spouses. Yikes. Very true. I heard Jordan Peterson say much the same. I heard that too. He had said something along the lines. Well, I heard it from Rich and then heard it from Crump, and then they both said different things. But it was essentially like, being a monster, but having the discipline to cage the monster. Unless, whatever. You know the thing. Anyway, look, I love y'all. Every single one of you guys. You have no idea how important it is to just have you here hanging out during the stream. We got some new things happening on the channel coming up pretty soon. I'm totally reorganizing a whole bunch of stuff, and we're about to break it down. I'm gonna have some dope ass guests. Gonna have some former guests coming back that you guys loved, and we're gonna have kind of a new kind of what's the word? Like a new kind of vibe. I feel like I'm the vibe type. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have a new vibe, and I'll see y'all soon. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Take it easy. Bye. I almost forgot. Just remember, because I'm pretty sure this is one of the things that caused a problem with my YouTube account last time. The government loves you and wants you alive. Okay? Love y'all. Bye. Sorry, I had a little typo there. Happy birthday, Kurt. Bye bye.